Hello, this is the very short video for the Chapter 13 practice test. I'm going to quickly go over the answers here. I will also put this document up on the Canvas site in the module section if you want to just see the answers without hearing the explanations. But for the video, I will explain each one. So starting with A. The keyword here for the instructions is choose all the possible completions. I think on every one it's going to be more than one answer is correct. Sometimes two, sometimes even four. So make sure you get all of them. All right, number one we already did in class, but just to go over that quickly, you are the one that I've been waiting for. You are the one who I have been waiting for. And whom also works, as does the nothing option. And as I often say in class, check your adjective clause. If you already have a subject, and of course you're going to have your verb, if you already have the subject, that means this is the object position, which makes the whom form okay. If it's a person you're talking about, the whom option is okay, and the nothing option is okay. Just leave it completely out. You're okay. You have your subject already. Everything will be fine. Number two, where is the place that you worked? Where is the place which you worked? And where is the place you worked? The nothing option is also okay. If we look at the adjective clause, we have our subject, we have our verb, object position, and we can leave that empty if it's the object position. All right, number three, isn't that the guy that was in our class? Isn't that the guy who was in our class? And that is all. Here in our adjective clause, we do have the verb, of course, but there is no subject, so this is our subject position. That is great, who is great, but that's it. Can't have whom in the subject position. Can't leave the subject position empty. Got to have a subject every time in a clause. All right, going on to number four. Number four is a little bit different. In the TV show Friends, which was on TV for years, 10 years, is one of the most successful sitcoms in TV history. And that is it. This is an example actually where there is just one possible answer. I said there would be at least two, but I guess I'm wrong. There is, in this case, only one. Now, you might be a little confused and say, why can't we use that? But as you might remember from our most recent class, this clause that is marked with the commas is our non-restrictive clause. It's that clause that gives some kind of bonus information, not the crucial information. And in a non-restrictive clause, we never like to use the word that. Never happens. If you're talking about a thing, we'll use which. If you're talking about people, we'll use who, and that's it. Whom and nothing don't work here because that is our verb, but here it is the subject position. Can't have an object there or leave it empty. All right, so that is part A. Going on to part B, choose the correct completion. Belinda is the student who is good at math. And again, here is our adjective clause, and we don't have a verb or a subject. We don't have anything here yet. We just have an adjective and a prepositional phrase. So we need the subject, we need the verb, and that will take care of it. Number 6, she is the student whose test score is perfect. And again, basically we're saying here with our noun, her test score is perfect. So the whose is our possessive pronoun, that will work there. All right, going on to C. Combine sentences with where or when. Use the second sentence as the adjective clause. So our first sentence is going to be our main clause, our independent clause. and we'll work this into it at the very end or sometimes in the middle of it. So the answer to the first one, now you do have to type this out on the test. So get rid of a little blank here. Here's how we do it. She loved the city. City is a place, so we'll go where? Where she grew up. And that's it. You want to stop right there. Now, because we're using where as our marker, you don't have to worry about the preposition. And actually, you need to leave the preposition out. And then in that city, we already have the city there. Don't want to repeat that. So that's it. She loved the city where she grew up. Number 8. He remembers the day when, talking about a time period, he had his first kiss. So let me just put this on the same line to make it easier to see. He remembers the day when he had his first kiss. You might remember with when, we never have to worry about the prepositions also, but in this case there's no preposition to worry about anyway. That's it. He remembers the day when he had his first kiss. All right, going on to D. Choose the correct explanation of the meaning of the sentence. And as we talked about in our most recent class also, we took some children to the park. The children, comma, who were 7 years old, comma, played soccer. So you see what kind of clause we have here. It's the non-restrictive clause, sort of the bonus information here. That's going to be very crucial for how we answer this one. So the question is it saying all the children played soccer or just some of the children played soccer? Now, if we have the comma, that is going to mean not some of them, they're talking about all of them. And that'll be that way every time. If you have an all or a some choice, if the comma is there, that is going to go with the all every time. Because basically it's saying the children played soccer. Right? That's the main part of the sentence. That extra clause was just bonus information. So if I say the children played soccer, you say, well, yeah, sure, all of them did. You didn't say some of the children or a few of the children. You just said the children. So that means they all played soccer. This information here in the adjective clause is just kind of by the way information. By the way, all of the children, they were 7 years old, and they all played soccer. All right, so A is your answer for that one. Now, number 10, we have the same sentence except our adjective clause does not have any commas, which means crucial information. This lets you know which children I'm talking about. So it's not saying all of the children, it's only the children who were 7 years old, not the 6 years old, not the 8 years old, just only these. So in this case, we have to go with the some option. No comma means not all of them, just some of them. All right, going on to E. Add commas where necessary or type no change. So you identify the adjective clause. I knew the people who were at the party because they were in my class. Is this crucial information to understand this sentence or not? It is crucial information. We got to know what people are you talking about. You're talking about just the people at the party. So this is crucial information, which means no commas. It's crucial. For the answer online, you would just type in no change. You can do the capital or just the lowercase is also a good way to type that in. Now the next one. I am sure that Maria, who I've known for a long time, will not disappoint you. Now how about this one? Do we need commas on this one or not? Well, you do. Now, two things to say. One, there I have the proper noun, right? That's the name of a person, and as I mentioned in class, quite often, typically, they will be followed by a comma just to give some little bit of extra information about the person you already identified. You already gave the name. We know who you're talking about. So it's quite common for this to be followed by the comma, the non-restrictive clause. Another way to check this is, can we take this out of the sentence? Can we take it out? And is the sentence okay? I am sure that Maria will not disappoint you. It's a good sentence. That's the main point they're saying. Maria will not disappoint you. Don't worry about it. She will be good. So that clause obviously is just bonus information, additional information, by the way kind of information, which means it is a non-restrictive clause. Put the commas on there. Just identify that. All right. Now on the test, you can't only do that. You'd have to type the entire sentence to show where the commas go and everything. So you have to do a little bit of typing on that part. All right, and then on to F. Yeah, we do have 2 here for F. I'm just going to get this all on the same screen here. Reduce the adjective clause to an adjective phrase. So we've been working with adjective clauses the whole chapter, and that's good. But now we're going to change our adjective clause down to a phrase. So how do we do that? Step number 1, identify the adjective clause. We saw the movie That is playing at the cheap theater. Now how can we make this part shorter? Take off the pronoun, take off the be verb, and stop. That's all you need to do there. So when you write it again, that's how you write it. We saw the movie playing at the cheap theater. That is gone. The be verb is gone. Everything else stays exactly the same. Don't change anything else. So that's the answer for number 13. Number 14, the professor gave us homework, which consists of a report and an online quiz. Identify the adjective clause. Let's make it into a phrase. That goes away. And you don't have a be verb, so you don't take out any verb. You don't take out the be verb, but change the main verb to ing. And there you go. That's it. The professor gave us homework consisting of a report and an online quiz. All right, that's it. Review the chapter in the book. The charts will be helpful. Otherwise, good luck on the test.